What's up? What's up? My Uncomplicated Life. This is the channel name. Subscribe if you haven't already. But today is season 1, episode 1 of the You Can't series. You can't be doing X, Y, and Z. It's basically a series of encouragement to encourage us all to make the right choices within our financial journeys. Now, this first episode, I'm going to encourage y'all, let y'all know you can't set a particular financial goal, but still be going out to Starbucks every single day, to the convenience store every single day, when you know these items can be purchased in bulk. And let me tell you why. Because all that stuff adds up every day. $6 here, $7 there, $10 here. Like, I could see if it was like maybe a couple times a week or something like that. Or you're maybe if you're building points, like if you have a point system. But even still then, if you're like have a reward system for these places, even still then you gotta be careful because you could still end up in a technical sense going over your budget, increasing credit card debt and just wiping out your funds. But if it's kind of thing where maybe you have a coffee machine at the house or you're buying your snacks in bulk, like a Sam's Club, a Costco, a BJ's, something like that, it's more bang for your buck. You're not going back and forth using your gas to go to these places. You're not buying a small thing that's expensive for convenience. You're making your way to go and get the things that will really last and give you your bang for your buck. So that is a very important. You can't just be doing whatever. Now, if those things, like if you are doing those things, so let's say if you are going to the convenience store every day, you're spending the $7 here, $10 there. I still don't think it's the best route to go. But let's say if you're doing that, but you're cutting costs in other places, so you're like, okay, I'm going to sell items I don't use anymore. Especially also, of course, too, if your income is extremely high already. Even in that instance, though, I still would say move with caution because you never know rainy days and stuff. You just want to be very careful. Now, obviously, too, if a person did lose it all, as long as in my opinion, as long as you got your faith in Christ, like, that's all that matters. If you lost it all, you got Christ, you got your family. That's what matters. Materialism is not as important as other things. But it is helpful to have things. And so if you want sustainability by the Lord's grace and the Lord's will, it's best not to just start doing all these purchases. And it's good to be a little on the modest end. It just, like I said, all depends. It's very circumstantial. Each person has their own financial journey. Each person has their own budget. Everybody has their own way of deciphering how to spend their funds. So, but I'm just saying it's important to be careful getting items for convenience. Obviously, it saves time. Time is very valuable. Time is very important. We need time. Time is very important. So obviously, I know sometimes it's paying for the convenience to save time. Completely understand that. But it's just important too that also sometimes buying things in bulk could also save time too. As you can see, I'm really pumped up about this topic. Like, the thoughts are just kind of flowing in. I'm like, I can hit it from this angle, that angle. The thoughts are flowing in of all about this topic of really being able to manage funds well. But you can't just be doing this and doing that and not really having a plan. That's the main thing. A plan is important. A plan must be in place when you're spending funds if you really want to be responsible. Because sometimes, as adults, we may look back, even some kids, but mostly as adults, you may look back and be like, oh, I could have been a better steward, or I could have done this better. I could have managed this well. If only I had what I had then, now. Sometimes we have those thoughts. And it could even be something, I don't know. It could be anything, but sometimes we can be like, oh wow, I wish I would have managed that well. So now that you have the mindset, now you're really thinking deeply about these things. You have that awareness, like, okay, I know it now. I'm thinking about it now. I'm reflecting now. Let me make better choices. You get what I'm saying? So it's always good to make those better choices when you know better. When you know better, you do better. You feel me? So yeah. But comment below how you normally do this within your household. If you're comfortable sharing, do you set a certain budget? Do you try to buy things in bulk, to be able to manage having certain things so that you won't have to, just do different things to be able to. I'm just trying to talk louder because the background, it's like people talking in the background. But, do you have things? Oh my gosh. Do you have things basically in place to be able to set yourself up well, buying things in bulk so you won't have to run back and forth to the grocery store and this and that. I mean, not grocery store, convenience store. You just have maybe things in bulk. Those things are important. And also like preventative measures, like pre-planning for certain things. If you know a certain expense or something's going to come up, you just kind of like prepare for it type of thing. And that's pretty important too. You prepare. Well, by the end of this video, I want you to kind of have in your mind and have set and ready to go your financial goals for 2026. If you have not already, it's we coming into the third month, the month of March, and it's just important to be aware of the goals for the rest of the year. If you haven't already, or if you already have, so just still reassess each month to see like, okay, where am I at now? Where do I want to be by December 31st, 2026? Where do I want to be by January 1st, 2027? And it's not to look too far in the future without embracing the present moment, because you want to embrace the present moment too. You definitely want to reflect on the past, but prepare for the future. So in light of all that, it's just good to be aware. But still live life. Don't, restrict too much. If you want a little, like I said, if you want a little cup of coffee, you want a little Cliff Bar, a Kind Bar, you want a little bag of chips, you want a little sun, you want to be able to save time by just getting something for convenience real quick, be my guest. Go right ahead, but just be mindful of how often, be mindful of your goals, be mindful of your resources, and just think deeper. Think to the point of where, let's say, for example, a lot of Americans are in credit card debt. You want to be careful not to get to that place where it's just so much credit card debt if you can avoid it. If you can avoid it. I understand everybody has their own financial journey, but just being careful and being mindful of the choices you make. You can't just be splurging. You can't just be doing this and doing that. You got to prepare for your future. Especially if you have kids, or if you don't have kids currently, you plan to have kids. Got to be very careful. Got to make wise choices and wise decisions. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and comment below. Let's see. Comment below a beach ball emoji in the comment section if you've watched this full video, to let me know you've seen the whole video. And just because we about to prepare for summertime. I mean, actually, spring is the next season, but I'm more excited about summer. So yeah, comment that in the comment section if you watched this whole video. Thank you. Have a blessed one. Peace.